Welcome back to Face the Nation. We're discussing encounter killings and asking the questions, are encounter killings the result of an anti-Muslim bias on the part of the police forces? Is the only crime often of these encounter victims the crime that they are Muslim? Carry on with your voting and we'll carry on with our discussion. Jairan Vyas of the Gujarat government, every time human rights activists raise concerns, you rubbish them, you're dismissing human rights activists. Why do you believe that human rights activists always have a political agenda?
I respect, Sagarika, the role of human rights activists. But my submission to them is that let they also understand that the innocent people who get killed, say 26 July 2007 in the bomb blast at Ahmedabad, who got killed? It was innocent people who got killed on 26 July 2008. So don't a civilian who is innocent, who is just going up and down from his job, who is slogging for making his two ends meet, does he not have any human rights? Human rights only belong to those who are having this kind of background. So I think somewhere these human rights activists also shall have to see the reason. I think the innocent people anywhere in the country also have perhaps slightly more human rights than anybody who is involved in a criminal activity.
Let me also ask you to respond to that, and also to ask you to respond to MN Singh's point that people do want tough action. You know, if the courts are dilatory and that terrorism is going on, people want to see a resolute government and a tough police.
Well, I think the people want quick justice to be done, but they don't want the police to catch people and execute them. I don't think. I think they want the justice system to move quickly. I want the prosecution to move quickly. I think they want to see real terrorists, the real people behind bars quickly for the rest of their lives. They want to see that. Our justice system has failed and failed miserably, and I don't see any sign of that improving, but that's the situation and that's the frustration. But that doesn't give the police a license to kill. It doesn't give them that license to kill at all. Now look at Vyas. Vyas says, for example, that human rights activists are not protesting when there's a bomb blast. Of course we protest. If there's a bomb blast, we want the person who did the bomb, made the bomb and detonated the bomb. We want that person punished. We want him caught. We want that person put behind bars. Of course we do. So I don't understand why he links that bomb blast with his own right to kill people. He says, all right, there's a bomb blast. So give me, the police, the right to execute people at will. The right to execute innocent people. The right to do contract killings. No one should have that
right. In a democracy, there is no such right. There is the right to gather evidence stringently, prosecute vehemently, but not to kill. MN Singh, are you worried about the vicious cycle that this might create? You know, when an encounter killing happens, it's written about. If a Muslim youth reads about it and sees that perhaps someone innocent has been gunned down like this, that they may be drawn into violent and extremist ideologies. It could create this terrible, vicious cycle.
Well, that is precisely what is happening. If everything was very ideal, if the legal system was very effective, if the courts were punishing the culprits, the terrorists,
I have to interrupt you. Why
of course there would be no reason for the police to do all these encounter killings. You see, if everything was ideal, if the courts were punishing the criminals, if our criminal justice system was working all right, then there would be no need for all these kinds of things. And if supposing in the present situation, if these people, innocent people, get killed by the terrorists,
Mr. Singh, you're really the limit. You're really the limit. What you're basically saying is, let us kill people. Let us kill people. Because judiciary is not doing its job. Let us kill people.
I'm not saying.
What a shameful thing to say, Mr. Singh. As a top police officer, can you talk like this on television? What is going to happen to our country if you talk like this on television?
You are a very
the judiciary has failed.
Theoretical person.
Judiciary has failed, so I'm killing people now.
You have a very closed mind on the police. You have only police.
Look at what you're saying. I don't have a close. Look at what you're saying on national television.
You will have to listen to me.
The judiciary is not working, so I'll start killing people.
No, but
that's what I'm going to do.
No, I'm not saying that. But
that's exactly what you said 5 minutes ago.
I would like to ask you, let me ask a question.
You see, you become so brazen, Mr. Singh, that you don't even realize what you're saying on television. You don't even realize what you're saying on national television.
Will you
very quickly, Mr. Singh, we're completely out of time.
No,
very quickly.
I'm saying that if the police are doing this, are the police is doing it only for their sake, for their pleasure, for their benefit?
Okay.
Why are the police doing this? Who is asking the police to do this?
Well, the Tamang report...
The society or the government? Certainly the government in Gujarat has given a long rope to the police to go ahead and do this. And is the police doing it for its own sake?
But then,
you have to find
that's
a solution to this problem. Simply blaming the police is not going to solve the problem.
Right, well, we're completely out of
Of course, if there is an
time.
ideal situation, there will be no killing.
Unfortunately, we're
I
completely...
mean, you have to be realistic and you have to be practical. I am saying that any innocent killing of any person who is not a
Mr. Singh,
terrorist is a bad thing and must be punished and must be discouraged.
I take
but
your
somebody
point.
is encouraging,
I take your point.
the
We're
society is
completely out
encouraging,
of
the
time.
government is encouraging.
We're completely out of time on this
Political
one.
parties are fighting their football and making and using the police as the football.
We're completely out of time on this one. Mukul Sinha, Jainaran Vyas, Mr. M.N. Singh, Colin Gonsalves, thanks very much indeed for joining us. Encounter killings do not happen anywhere else in the world. We're saying prosecute, gather the evidence. But should not the judiciary speak and come down heavily on encounter killings? Should not civil society be more horrified? Let's be horrified, citizens of India. Thanks for watching Face the Nation. The final poll of our SMS poll. Do encounter killings emanate from an anti-Muslim bias? What are you telling us at the end of the show? In fact, 48 yes, 52 no. The number saying no has come down from 57 to 52. Thanks for watching.